Hello, Miss Braun here with your overview of Module 9, which is called Typography and Zentangle. So the original inspiration for this project came from this artist's work right over here. This guy's work is called I Saw the Figure 5 in Gold. It is by Charles Demuth and was made in 1928. Charles Demuth was a watercolor and oil paint artist, and he developed the art movement known as Precisionism. You can probably guess where it got its name from if you look at how precise, how immaculate this artwork is. This art movement was influenced by Futurism and Cubism. To me, it looks very much indicative of what was happening at the time in the 1920s and 1930s. It's very industrial. It's very future-looking. It's just very modern. So then we were inspired by another art teacher that took this the figure 5 in gold painting and made it more applicable to an art room. So you can see it has colorful letters and characters, but it has a kind of doodly background. So let's talk about what typography is. Typography is the art of creating and arranging type to make written language readable and appealing. So we want to make it look interesting. And a lot of times typographers, they will move the sizing, the spacing, the shape, the style, the character, all that type of stuff around in type to make it look really good. With a Zentangles are really elaborate doodles that are most of the time just white and black. And they really highlight the way that an artist uses line and shape and form. And the reason it's Zentangle is the word Zen, the actual process of making the art and using all those repetitive elements is supposed to be very relaxing and supposed to kind of put you in a very Zen-like state. So for this project, this is going to be kind of a flip of what you guys are used to. In quarter 1, you guys would make projects that had like an overarching theme. You'd make multiple projects, small projects. There's a reason for that. In quarter 1, we wanted to give you the fundamental skills to be able to confidently make art across a variety of media. In quarter 2, you're going to learn you're going to use the things you learned in quarter 1. I'm probably like backwards right now, aren't I? I'm just using my hands a lot. In quarter 2, you're going to use those quarter 1 things and build upon them to create module-long projects. So for this week, you're just going to create one project. You're just going to take one photo at the end, but the projects have multiple steps. So in that way, it's familiar to what quarter 1 was. Something else you're going to notice as I lead you through this overview is everything is broken down into easy, medium, and hard. And that's because we want you guys to decide what type of artist you are and how much you're willing to push yourself this week. It's always our goal to see growth. So if you're an average artist, maybe you could do some of the challenging things, or at least pick and choose some of the challenging things. But we want you guys to grow and get better, and you're also diverse. So you really need to pick the level that fits you best or where you want to be. So let's get this going. So the very first step of the project is you guys are going to use Canva. I know a lot of you are excited to use Canva again. I saw some of you guys even using it for your art journals. With Canva, you're going to need, obviously, your computer, but you're also going to need this download grid here. And on the left, I want to point out to you guys all the requirements that you have to follow, and you are graded on these. Over here are the difficulty levels. So let me move me. So you guys can see here, what does it mean to be at an easy, medium, and hard level? I've also included my examples. Screencastify. My examples of what my Canva compositions looked like. After you've composed your elements, you're going to create a grid on your actual piece of paper, and you're going to get to trace what you did on Canva. I know we're letting you trace. Isn't that crazy? Here's again some requirements and then some little tips to help you too. So then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to do the actual coloring that's on here. And the coloring goes on your numbers, letters, and characters. Again, pay attention to the requirements. Pay attention to the difficulty levels over here. And here are my examples of what a easy, medium, and hard look like. The last step of the project is to create a Zentangle background with the 24 squares that you have here. So you're definitely going to need your Sharpies for that. You have quite a few requirements. And again, you have the difficulty levels. Like always, I've included my examples of what easy, medium, and hard looks like. I've also included some examples of zentangles broken down by the different levels of difficulty. Now, this is where something is different. Up until this quarter 2, in quarter 1, you guys basically got points for completing things. So, hey, you had this colored pencil techniques paper, 10 points. You had this, 5 points. It's going to get a little bit different since you're doing just one project for the length of the module. So you're going to have 30 points that are dedicated to all those project requirements that I pointed out to you. You're going to have craftsmanship and effort, 15 points. 10 points for one, 5 points for another. You guys can see the breakdown. And creativity for 5 points. And we are actually going to use a rubric to grade in Canvas this time too. And then how to upload your new art. So this seems to be more of a 7th grade problem than an 8th grade problem, but my students are running out of storage. So we have got to do a different sort of file upload that uses course storage and not individual storage, which is very confusing. But basically, we just have to have you guys do a file upload. We still want you to write some self-reflective comments when you are doing the file upload, but you no longer have to embed your pictures in a text box. So please make sure you watch this video. It also goes over the grading a little bit more descriptively. I think that's it. No.
Now
that
that you
it?
are done with your
It is it.
typography and zentangle
Be quiet, Miss
it is
Brown.
time to turn it in. So you can see this is indented right here, so we're going to use
Okay. If you stuck with me this long and you've seen all my mistakes, hopefully you got a big laugh out of that. But we cannot wait to see what you guys create. Work hard and have a little bit of fun with doing this. Goodbye.